Um, this is update number 2 for this week. I'm gently rubbing, just so you know I'm not rubbing hard. I'm still having a little bit of bruising right here and right here. Most of the rest of it is really kind of just my dark circles that I tend to have sometimes, although this one's a little darker than normal. And I do have some bruising still in the corners. I don't know how well you can see that, but because I can't. But I got my stitches out Wednesday. That was good. There actually were dissolvable stitches, but on the outside of the skin they didn't dissolve, and so they took them out. Oh look, somebody's gonna peek up over the shoulder. Sebastian! Sebastian! What are you doing? Anyway, so I went into the doctor and had my checkup, follow-up checkup, and the assistant took out the remaining stitches that were on the skin, and then there were little danglies like on the corners that were driving me nuts. If I would have known they were dissolvable, I would have pulled those babies out, but I didn't. I didn't want to mess with anything. I'm still having some blurred vision in my right eye, and he said that was normal. They did a test, and they said I was right in the range, the average range where people are after they have that kind of surgery. And it was to be expected after the amount of blood that got into the eyeball, or into the eye area, that my eye fluids were, I don't know, cleaning out all that debris, something like that. And I asked about the swelling, and he said probably another couple of weeks, that I could use warm compresses a couple of times a day now, and it may go longer, and not to get excited, but he'd see me in 6 to 8 weeks and it would be gone by then, so I'm excited about that. I also asked him how long I should wait to get my eyebrows waxed, because that's something that I do on a regular basis. And he said I could get the corner areas now. In a week I can get the rest. And I thought, man, I am not going in a week and having them put hot wax on my eyelids and rip it off this soon after surgery. There's just no way. But it wasn't like I was, I told him, I said, I'm not dying to go do it. I mean, I don't want pain up there anymore, but I just need to know, because it's something I do on a regular basis. Anyway, so yeah, he said just another week, and that could happen. What else? He said the bruising was pretty much average, normal bruising. Wasn't excessive or anything. And when I go back to that next appointment, which is in mid-August, they would make sure, he said that, oh, I know what else he said. The muscle will continue to tighten, and my eyelids will raise up a little more. So that was good, and by the mid-August appointment, they would be able to tell if everything was going along okay still, and if he took enough skin off. And I'm thinking, you better have. You don't really want to do that again. It's not like you like to go get your body cut on all the time. Anyway, I can't think of anything else he said, so it was all pretty good. Let's see. So what else has been going on in my life besides the dogs trying to play every time or bark every time I make a video? Oh, I know what else. We have this big, huge tree in the backyard. It's been here for many years, more than 25. Because my roommate's been in this house for 25 years, and the tree was there when she moved in. Anyway, so this tree actually probably was well, I'm sure it was a volunteer, because there's like 5 trunks coming out together, and it just kind of spread like, like, and a couple of them like crisscross at the okay, over here you go, at the bottom, and kind of lay across each other. Anyway, last summer, let me step back. My niece owns the property right behind us. It used to all be one piece of land with this house. And my roommate gave her son, who was married to my niece, a portion of the land so that they could build a house. Anyway, last summer we fenced down the property line. Well, I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, the tree in question is on the property line. So basically half of the tree is ours, half of the tree is theirs. So last summer we fenced inside the property line so that we didn't have to go around part of the tree. We just came to our side of the tree, inside our side of the tree a little bit, and put the fence across there. Prior to that we had the yards fenced together, but we decided to split it. Anyway, so last summer one of the branches on their side came down in a storm, and so they cut that out. Well, it went down into the neighbor beside me across his, I don't know, it's like a 8 or 10 foot privacy fence. And it took out like a couple of, maybe like 3 boards on that. So my niece had a friend with a chainsaw, so he took that, the rest of that out. Just that one branch, and it was like halfway up. Anyway, so recently one of the main trunk lines that goes up on our side was starting to kind of show some wear, and then the neighbor, not my niece, the neighbor that's kind of a jerk, he came over and said that that tree was leaning against his cherry tree, and he was afraid that it was going to take out the cherry tree and come right through, that the cherry tree would come through part of his house. Okay, I went out and looked, and his damn cherry tree's dead. I should cut it down. But he didn't. So we checked into, well, a couple of friends first we checked with to see if they had the right equipment that they could get to it. And part of the problem is where his privacy fence is here, and our fence comes off of that, and the tree is like in the corner. So there's 2 fences to deal with, and when we put our fence up, we only put in a 6-foot gate. We didn't put in a gate that we would, expect to have a truck come through. So, okay, I think the drunks are at it across the street. Anyway, so it was going to require somebody with a bucket truck. Well, then Monday I got home from work, and that branch had fallen, like broken off up there. And I'm talking a branch that was probably 1.5 foot in diameter. So, anyway, we got the tree trimmers in here, and they were supposed to come today after 8 o'clock. They showed up at 10 after 7, and the dogs did worse than this. Anyway, so they got started on it, and they ended up having to take it out almost down to the ground on our half of the tree. So it looks ridiculous now. And if I can, I will insert a picture to show you. If I can figure, well, I don't think I can do that on this computer. Anyway, it does look ridiculous, and it's very sad, because that's the only mature tree in the back. So, I don't know where the dogs are going to get shade now. I guess they'll just have to spend more time in the house. Anyway, maybe I'll take the camera out and do some videotaping for you soon, and you'll get to see exactly what I'm talking about here. But it won't be with this computer because issues. Well, actually, I have the it's hard to get to the USB ports because they're in the back, and to plug the cameras in to transfer, it's kind of a pain in the neck. Anyway, I'm sure I've talked forever, and I should let you guys go, and maybe I'll do another update for you tomorrow.